Today we're going to be talking about email, and it's kind of funny, right? Like, the elephant in the room is that we might sound a little bit robotic.
Yeah.
But all this wisdom that we're about to share
Right.
comes from a real-life business leader who has kept their inbox squeaky clean
Yeah.
across multiple companies, from those scrappy startups all the way up to the big Fortune 500.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And we're channeling like decades of their experience and research thanks to the Weightless Productivity podcast.
That's right.
And, we talk about achieving weightless productivity, and it's less about relying on some kind of fancy app or something like that. And it's more about shifting how you actually think about work.
Yeah.
And all of this information is flooding your way.
Yeah. And, most deep dives that we do about email focus on tons of different rules and all these crazy folders and everything.
Yeah.
But today we're going to flip the script.
Yeah.
And we're just going to focus on one powerful Outlook rule that can replace dozens.
Whoa. Okay.
You ready for this?
I'm ready to lay it on me.
It's called the chatterbox.
The chatterbox.
Okay, the chatterbox. So think of it as this holding pen for all those emails that aren't truly essential.
Okay.
And here's the key difference.
Yeah.
Instead of creating rules to sort incoming mail into subfolders, right?
Right, yeah.
We're defining what's important enough to bypass the chatterbox and land directly in your inbox.
So it's like turning the whole system on its head.
Totally.
It's like choosing what deserves your immediate attention rather than just reacting to every single email that comes in.
Exactly.
I like it. I'm intrigued. Okay, so
Right.
how do we actually set up this magical chatterbox?
Right.
Is this some serious Outlook wizardry that's about to happen?
Okay, so it's surprisingly simple.
Okay.
The first thing you do is you just create a new folder in Outlook, and you call it Chatterbox.
Okay.
And then you set up a rule that directs every single incoming email to this folder.
Hold on, every single one.
Every single one.
That sounds a little scary. What if I miss something important?
So don't worry, that's where the exceptions come in.
Okay.
You build specific criteria into the rule so that only the most crucial emails bypass the chatterbox and go straight to your inbox.
Got it. Okay, so what kind of emails get that VIP treatment?
So anything addressed directly to you or where you're CC'd.
Makes sense.
Also, you want to include emails from people on your VIP list.
Okay.
So your boss, key clients, anyone whose messages need your immediate attention.
Yeah. You wouldn't want to miss an urgent request from your boss hiding in the chatterbox, right?
Exactly. And you can add exceptions for emails sent to specific distribution lists.
Right.
Or maybe those containing certain keywords in the subject line.
So it's really about customizing it.
Absolutely.
To fit your specific needs and priorities.
You got it.
Okay.
The more you refine it, the less you'll even need to check the chatterbox itself.
Okay.
But speaking of checking the chatterbox, you might be wondering how often you need to do that.
You read my mind.
Oh,
because I have to admit, the idea of all those emails piling up in a folder, even if it's not my main inbox, makes me a little anxious.
I hear you. It's a common concern when people first start using the system.
So what's the best way to manage that anxiety and make sure that nothing important slips through the cracks?
So the key is to schedule a specific time to check the chatterbox and stick to it.
Okay.
So it could be first thing in the morning during your lunch break.
Right.
Whenever it works best for your workflow.
Okay. So it's like a daily sweep.
Yeah.
Just to make sure that nothing slips through. I like that.
Right.
It feels manageable.
Right.
It's not like I'm ignoring these emails forever.
Right, exactly. And as you go through them, you might find messages that maybe should have gone straight to your inbox.
Right.
And that's totally fine.
So you can adjust the rule as you go.
Yeah.
Maybe you need to add another VIP or keyword.
Right.
The beauty of the chatterbox is that you're in control.
Yeah.
You decide what deserves your attention, not your inbox.
I love that. It's about reclaiming that mental space.
Yes.
And focus.
Exactly.
But I have to ask, what about those emails that are maybe less urgent but still important?
Right.
Like birthday greetings or newsletters that I actually want to read.
Okay.
I don't want to just ignore those completely.
You don't have to remember the chatterbox is a holding pen, not a black hole.
Right.
You can dedicate a specific time slot during your chatterbox check to go through those less urgent messages.
Okay, so I can still send those birthday wishes and stay up to date on my, industry news or whatever,
Right.
but I'm doing it on my own terms without them constantly interrupting my flow.
You're less stressed, you're more focused, and your communication is actually more meaningful. What's not to love?
Right.
But, okay, let's be real. I think some people might still be hesitant to try this.
Okay.
It's a big change. And I imagine there's a fear of missing something crucial.
I understand that hesitation. It's like anything new, there's an adjustment period. But think of it this way. You're not deleting these emails.
Right.
They're right there in the chatterbox waiting for you when you decide it's time to address them.
Right.
It's all about control.
It's not about ignoring things. It's about consciously choosing when and how you engage with them.
Yes.
Did you find that it took a while to trust the system?
Yeah, honestly, at the beginning, I was checking it more frequently just to make sure I wasn't missing anything urgent.
Sure.
But as I got used to it, I realized that my initial setup was pretty solid.
Okay.
And my anxiety faded. I actually found that I was checking my email less overall and feeling much calmer about it.
It's like a little time and effort at first, but the payoff is huge.
Exactly.
But beyond just feeling less stressed about email, were there any other, unexpected benefits that you noticed? Did it change how you worked in other ways?
You know, one thing that really surprised me was how it changed my relationship with my phone.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Before the chatterbox, I felt tethered to it. Like I had to respond to every notification immediately.
Right.
Even if it was just a newsletter or something I didn't really care about.
I feel that. It's like you're constantly on edge waiting for that next email to come in. It's exhausting.
It really is. But with the chatterbox filtering out all that noise, I was able to actually enjoy a workout or a meal without my phone buzzing every 2 minutes with non-urgent emails.
That's a powerful shift. So it's not just about productivity, it's about well-being too.
Absolutely. It allows you to be more present in your life.
Yeah.
Both personally and professionally.
Yeah.
And that presence can actually make you more productive in the long run.
Right.
Because you're less frazzled and more focused when you do sit down to work.
It's like this one simple rule has ripple effects across your entire life. It changes how you work, how you interact with technology, how you manage your energy.
Exactly. It's amazing how a small change in your system can lead to such significant improvements in your overall experience.
Yeah.
And that's really what weightless productivity is all about, finding those small changes that create a big impact.
I love that. And the chatterbox is such a perfect example of that.
Yes.
It's not about restriction. It's about empowerment.
Right.
It's about creating space for what truly matters.
Couldn't have said it better myself. It's about finding that sweet spot between responsiveness and intentionality, between staying connected and protecting your mental space.
I love that. And it's funny, we start this conversation by addressing the elephant in the room.
Right.
The fact that we're AI voices.
Yeah.
But in a way that almost makes this even more relevant, don't you think?
I think so.
Because in this digital age, we're all facing this constant influx of information and demands on our attention.
It's true.
We're all becoming a bit robotic, just reacting to whatever pops up on our screens.
That's such a good point, and it highlights the importance of reclaiming our humanity, our agency, our ability to choose what we focus on.
Yeah.
Because that's what makes us truly productive, truly fulfilled, truly alive.
Beautifully said. So listeners, we hope you found this deep dive into the chatterbox valuable. If you're ready to break free from inbox overload and experience the peace of a quiet inbox, we encourage you to give this rule a try.
Yes.
Remember, it's not about perfection. It's about progress.
And don't forget to check out the Weightless Productivity Podcast for even more insights and strategies on how to create a more balanced and fulfilling life in our increasingly digital world.
And as always, if you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, and share it with your friends. We'll be back next time with another deep dive into a topic that's sure to spark your curiosity and empower you with knowledge. Until then, stay curious, stay focused, and take control of your attention.